Satyrs och excitat, Koreas, redivivi sin citat, och ignibus napeas.
Hello everyone, today we are going to play a Satyrs tribal deck because I like to make my own deck and brew my own list. It is the most entertaining part of Magic the Gathering that I enjoy most, especially when I find particular cards that for some reason I like a lot. In this case, I found out this card, Gallia of the Endless Dance, that it has a very fantastic and terrific illustration, as well as quote, but the card itself is very powerful inside a Satyrs tribal deck. I know that Satyrs tribal were around when Terrors Beyond That came out, but I think that they are still effective today and something that no one is playing, so I like it. I like this. What I don't like is playing and see that people is going to play almost the same deck. There are a lot of rogue tribal, now there are a lot of Temur adventures and a lot of people playing the same deck. I don't like it. I don't like playing decks that are mainstream. I like to create my own list, or starting from a famous list but making several edit and changes and see how this list that I created perform. In this case I am very happy with the result because the Satyrs tribal deck is performing very well and most over is very funny to play. I'm going to show you in just 2 words what is the main strategy of the deck. What we're going to do is basically prepare and create our board with several Satyrs. So we have creatures and spells that create Satyrs. We have 3 Satyr scanning, 4 Careless Celebrant that are useful also as a removal spell because when she died she dealt 2 damage to a creature or a planeswalker of the opponent. We also have the Nestian Wanderer, which is a 1/3 at 2 casting cost that can help us to find lands in the deck. And also he can become a 2/4 with haste, that is not bad thanks to Gallia. Gallia is the real power and the real engine of the deck. It is a 2/2 casting cost 2 with haste. Other Satyrs get +1/+1 and have haste themselves, and also when 3 or more creatures you control attack you can discard a card at random and draw 2 other cards. So it is an engine because she boosts our creatures, our board, and also she is a drawing source. It is a very powerful card, but you have to be very careful how you play it because the opponent knows and it is easily removed. So you have to pay a little bit attention and don't rush Gallia into play. Then we have Anax. Anax is fundamental, is crucial to this deck also because when Anax died and when other creatures died with Anax in play, it creates another Satyrs and more Satyrs. That is what we need to win the game. So 4 copies on Anax. We can also take advantage of an Anax on the board, casting another Anax, creating 4 Satyrs because one of the Anax died, as it is a legendary creature, and but both the ability go on the stack. So we have 4 Satyrs for 3 mana cost, and is cool. Also we have a couple of removal. We have instant speed removal. Flame Spill is particularly useful because it can help us to deal extra damage to the opponent and helping the Satyrs to kill the opponent. Soul Sears is fine because it deals 5 damages, cost 3, and also kill indestructible creatures. That is very useful in several occasions. And also Omen of the Forge that stay on the battleground, on the battlefield as an enchantment, and increasing our devotion to red, increasing the Anax power. and can be useful to scry. And also the Ekron Ward, that is the most powerful red removal actually in Standard. It is useful in several occasions because you can get rid of a creature of the opponent that is out of reach of your burn spell because maybe he's bigger. You can get advantage of that creature for one turn to attack or block other creatures of the opponent, and in the end it works as a board wipe because in most of the cases creatures kill themselves after a couple of turns. Also, I'm trying True Primal Might just because I would like to have some more removal spell, because I found out that big creatures of the opponent create to this deck a lot of troubles, especially if you are not able to start so fast and dealing a lot of damages in the first turns. Then we have our bigger spell, our Heroes of the Revel. That is a cool card. It's a 4/4 that when enter the battlefield create a second Satyr 1/1. Played in combination with Gallia is very powerful because you have potentially a 5/5 and a 2/2 with Est on the battlefield for 5 mana cost. And also we have a Vivian, Monster's Advocate, that I think it synergizes very well in this deck, because what we can do with Vivian is creating creatures to protect ourselves, especially from flyers, and also we can cast a second creatures for free. So what we are mostly doing is casting a creature with at least 3 or more mana cost, like Anax or Heroes of the Revel, and if we don't have a Gallia on the battlefield, we can go in our library looking for a Gallia and cast it for free. Since it has Hest, we can attack the same turn with it and with the other creatures that we put on the ground, except for Anax that is not Satyr, so is not getting Hest. But for example, Heroes of the Revel is a Satyr, so we can cast Heroes of the Revel with the Vivian ability. We can go to the library looking for a Gallia, put it on the battlefield, and we have for 5 mana cost a 2/2, a 5/5, a 2/2, another 2/2 with Est, and we can attack with all of them. It is a very, very enjoyable synergy, not for the opponent but just for us. So let's see, let's try this deck and let's see how it performs. What I enjoy of the deck are also the quotes and the illustration of the Satyrs that are very, very funny. I used to enjoy goblins over the years of Magic the Gathering a lot, but I think that Satyrs are very, very fun too. Probably I'm enjoying Satyrs more than how much I enjoyed goblins in the past. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is potentially a very perfect end because we have turn 1 Satyr Scanning, turn 2 Gallia of the Endless Dance, and we can deal 4 damage. And if we get a land on turn 3, we can cast Ferocity of the Wilds that is going to boost all our attacking creatures and giving them trample. Let's see what the opponent is playing. We are also on the play, that is good. I wish the opponent can play a tap land. Okay. So we're going to deal 4 damages right now. We didn't get the land, but that's okay. Let's see what happens. I'm afraid that Gallia is going to die on the next turn. Probably this is a rogue. No, we like this hand a lot. We like it. Now our creatures becomes a 3/2 with trample. Okay, we don't mind it a lot. The opponent just took advantage of a couple of damages. Okay, this is what we expect for Gallia to be destroyed very, very soon. What we can do now is trying to play Flame Spill, giving 3 extra damage to the opponent, attack with our Satyr for 2, down to 8. Nothing's happened. We would like to see another land. We try to attack with our Satyr. Let's see what happens. Canning Nightbonder. We can try to Flame Spill it. No, because I want to cast Careless Celebrant. Let's see if the opponent is blocking. The opponent may have a removal or a counter drawn into the lock. And I don't know what I prefer to waste, if the Flame Spill or the Careless Celebrant. I think I can try to Flame Spill the Cunning Nightbonder, giving 2 extra damage to the opponent, saving our Satyrs, or making him waste a removal or a counter. Okay, he's going to lose Cunning Nightbonder anyway. And we're going to create Satyr. Now the Satyr scanning is very effective, especially against the Rogue's deck, because it let us to get rid of cards in graveyard, keeping the graveyard cards count very low. Let's see what happened. Opponent is attacking, so probably he has some other blockers. Let's see what happened. Voracious Great Sharks. Okay, what we want to try to do is he can have another counters, but we have 4 cards. He can't counter Heroes of the Revel, so we try to cast Heroes of the Revel. Okay, creating 2 creatures. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. 6 lands. I would like to try to fight the Voracious Great Shark with Heroes of the Revel, but I need the opponent to come eating the leaf. So I'll try to Satyr scanning again, creating a Satyr, see if it counters. No. I want to keep Primal Might for the next turn, so I am probably going with Celebrant. Yeah, I don't want to lose Heroes of the Revel. No, the opponent has nothing in hand. I think Heroes of the Revel became a 5/4, a 2. I can try to fight the shark with the Careless Celebrant. Let's see what happens. I want to try it. Okay, things are not so great. We can deal 5-7 damages and can take 3, and we are dead on the next turn, so we can't actually attack. Of course, he's giving us nothing. Let's try to create a couple of Satyrs. So we keep our graveyard empty, because he may also have the, I can't remember the name, the Death Touch Lifelink Rogue with flying. I think I'm going to attack with a couple of Satyrs. Okay, this is unexpected, and we lose the game on the next turn. Okay, goodbye. Okay, not that bad. We needed another Gallia, probably. Let's try again with the second match. Okay, we have a backup Gallia, a Satyrs scanning, an NX, a removal. Okay, this end is perfect. We like it, we keep it. We are also on the play. Let's see what the opponent is playing. White blue maybe flying creatures, yes, but we don't mind because we are Satyrs and we are tribal and we like to dance and we like the excess and there's no success like excess. Okay, we needed absolutely a second mountain, but that's okay. We dealt 6 damages. 8 damages in 2 turns. Opponent is also playing red. Ominous Seas. Okay, but I don't think that he will have the time to cast some Kraken or Kraken. We need a mountain. Down to 8. Guess the opponent can try to remove our Gallia, but likely we have another in hand. Opponent is losing a bunch of time doing nothing. So we can cast Omen of the Forge, bringing it down to 6, attack for 4 on the next turn, bringing it down to 2, but if we draw a casting cost to Satyrs, we won the game, so I think we're going to try this way. Down to 6, no, of course not. But the opponent is down to 2 and I think it would be very, very complicated for him to get out of the situation. We can also scry. Shatter the Sky. Okay. I got 1 left point. Okay, we don't mind too much. We need a Satyr and the land. I think I'm going to take the mountain because I want starting to cast Anax before the Gallia. Since if the opponent has had a removal, we can lose Anax but create Satyrs, by the way. And then finish the opponent with Gallia. Let's see what happens. Also we have the Akron War. If the opponent is casting some creature, we can remove the creature, remove the defense, and go all in with NX. Maybe the opponent has another Shatter the Sky, yes. Okay. What can he have with 1 mana? 1 red mana, maybe a shock. It will be trouble if we add a shock. I don't want to lose Gallia again. I think I'm going to attack and cast an Anax for more backup Satyrs just in case. Or we can attack with 3 creatures on the next turn. No, the opponent can't do nothing about our thirst for excess. See, this is the synergy I like Gallia, I like how fast she can deal damage with other Satyrs too. And I don't know, I want you to lose a minute watching the illustration for Gallia. How fun the illustration is. Gallia is at a party with several Satyrs, and I think that all of the Satyrs are completely drunk. Completely drunk. Okay, we have the needed land, but every match we need one more mountain and one less forest, and the game is giving us one more forest. The end is nice, but it is always risky to play Gallia as first creature, because you are not getting much value from it, since she will probably get destroyed and she only deal 2 damage for 1 turn. But the opponent probably playing some jank like us. Let's see. I'm going to go with Careless Celebrant on next turn, preparing the battlefield for Gallia. Ah, your go is back. Better than thinking. There is nothing to think in this game. You have just go, just play the game, just playing the cards. Not like this opponent, which is sleepy. Sleepy. Ping. Let's ping the opponent. Good opponent. Tuk Rubber Fort. Creatures you control have best. Okay, what we want to cast right now? I think we want to cast the Nessian Wanderer first, because I don't know what the opponent can do next turn. He can cast at 0-3. We can destroy it. Yes, we're going to cast the Nessian Wanderer. The opponent is going to cast this wall on next turn. And on our turn we're going to attack. No, he's not going to cast any red card. Scute Swarm, of course. This is another card that I really hate. But he is far away from 6 lands. But a bunch of 1-1, we don't like a bunch of 1-1 anyway. So we're going to get rid of it. Probably, hopefully, we're going to get a mountain too. Okay. Nice. Next turn we can go another Scute Swarm. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Okay, the opponent has a bunch of bugs. It's 4 lands. I don't think it's going to multiply the Scute Swarm next turn, but you never know. I think we're going to Soulseer. Maybe we can cast Gallia and the Careless Celebrant and prepare the battlefield for the Heroes of the Reveal next turn with Gallia on the ground. But if the opponent is going to destroy our Gallia, maybe a problem. But I like to risk, so I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to cast the Careless Celebrant and Gallia and attack with the 2. I don't want to lose Gallia. Let's see what the opponent do. Okay, nice. This is what I like of the opponent. The opponent never read the cards. Now he's going to lose the Scute Swarm because he can't read the card. And I can't believe that people playing this game without reading the cards. Okay, now what we got here? We cast the Mountain. Next turn the opponent is going to mutate the Gem Raiser over the Fertilid with 2 counters, so it will be a 6/6, very difficult for us to deal with. So I would like to keep my souls here just in case and not casting Heroes of the Rival right now. What I can do is a second Satyr and attack. I don't want to lose Gallia yet, not without a second Gallia of backup. Let's see what the opponent do. But this opponent don't read cards, so I'm not particularly afraid of what he can do with these cards. Maybe he doesn't read his cards too. Let's see if he is going to mutate and we're going to get rid of the Fertilid. So now he has an unuseful Gem Raiser. Hopefully he has... okay. We don't care about this. Our only priority is to keep Gallia alive. So we're going to cast the land, the Heroes of the Rival, and let the party begins. We're going to attack with everyone but Gallia and activate the Gallia ability will give us 2 cards at the cost of 1 forest. And I think it's too late for the opponent next turn to do anything. He has to get rid of Gallia, absolutely. Blockers can't help him. Maybe these blockers do. Maybe this one can. Okay, but you know, because we don't mind, because we can create a bunch of Satyrs, at least one, because I want Omen of the Forge. Okay, let's try. We create one Satyr that became a 2/2 with a Hest thanks to Gallia. I need... okay, let's do the maths. He's going to block this with this, Gallia with this with this, with this, with this. We're going to do just 2 damages. Or we can kill the Lanovar Visionary. We're going to do 4 damages. And if we create another Satyr, we have 4 Satyrs, but we have no mana. So what I would like to try is to get advantage of the Gallia ability and try to draw one of my more powerful removal spell, maybe a Flame Spill. I think I'm going to try this. So I'm attacking with everyone except Gallia. Hopefully the Gallia's ability is getting rid of the forest and not of the Omen. Of course he doesn't, but we have a bunch of Satyrs right now to cast. And the opponent is going to lose at least 2 of its creatures. Okay. We trade the Gem Raiser for the Heroes of the Rival, and we refill our battlefield of Satyrs. I don't think the opponent can do nothing right now, but concede. Here we are. We have a beautiful end. Let's see what the opponent can do against us. Almighty Brushwog. We don't care too much about you. Another Gruul. Okay, we take one. Anax, but we need the mountain. We are going to Gallia for 5. We expect a removal. We really expect a removal. No removal. Okay. So now we can cast an Anax. Okay. So now every creature we lose create a Satyr for us. That will be ready for Gallia. Okay, this is one of the creature 5/5 that may be out of reach or for our burn spell and removal spell. This is why I put a Soul Seer in it. So in this case, what we can do is both attack with everyone and try to get down the Rampart Smasher with the Omen of the Forge, or more easily we can get rid of the Rampart Smasher this way, gaining its control, freeing the way for our attackers. In this particular case, it also pump up our Anax that became a 9/3, and the opponent is completely smashed under the fury and the party of the tribal of the Satyrs. So this is a very, very quick match. Let's go try something else. David, are you ready, David, for the Satyrs party? We bring the alcohol. What did you bring? A golem. 2 Gallia, 2 removals. Hopefully a bunch of other Satyrs in the next turn. We like this hand. Let's see what David is playing. David is playing rogues. No, David is playing nonsense. That touch. David is also on a shortage of land. No. Hey, what we want to do? He has removal, of course he do. But we have a backup Gallia for that purpose, so let's see what happens. No. No removal? No removal. Okay. Savage Gorger, +1/+1. We care about you. Yeah, we care about you a little bit before you became too big. So I think I'm going to Omen of the Forge you. Bye. And swing in with the Gallia. I want you to focus on the Gallia's illustration again, once again. We got another Gorger. A 2/2, but the opponent don't know that we have a bunch of removal spell that can also deal extra damages. In this case too. We swing in with Gallia. Okay, next turn hopefully we can get land and we can finally play Vivian. And let's see if we can make the combo working. Now the opponent has 5 lands. At that touch, I don't want to waste my flame spill on this creature, so I think I'm going to pass. And because I want to scry and want a fifth land. What the opponent do? Nothing. We want a land. But we also want a Careless Celebrant, so I think we are going to keep bot on top. Getting the land, playing Vivian, that can hopefully survive till next turn, creating a beast. I think in this case a beast with vigilance can be useful. Pass the turn.
I'd like you to meet my friend, Stompy.
Mardu Outrider. Okay, so in this case we can play Enax. But if we play Enax, we can play the Celebrant. We can do, thanks to the Vivian's ability. I think it's what we were going to do, and we are also going to draw a couple of more cards. Okay, so activate the Vivian's ability.
I brought friends.
So now, if we play Enax, we can play a creature with converted mana cost 2 or less. So we're going to play Enax, and we're going to play
Things are about to get out of hand for you.
a Careless Celebrant, which became a 3/2, and we also swing in with 3 creatures. I will risk to activate the Gallia ability because we have 5 cards in hand, just one is Gallia, so it's very unlikely that we're going to discard Gallia, but since I know Magic MTG Arena, I think that we're going to discard Gallia, because the card you discard with Gallia is a random card. But I want to try this. I need something else. No, we were lucky enough. Let's see what the opponent decide to block. I expect Gallia to die and the Careless Celebrant to die. Hopefully we can deal 5 damage to the Mardu Outrider. Yes, I love these opponents. I love the way you don't read cards. And also create a bunch of Satyrs with Enax, at least 2, that will be ready next turn for Gallia, and we also can cast Ferocity of the Wilds right now. Okay, we don't mind. Opponent 2 cards in hand, the opponent can do nothing. Okay, we got a backup Satyr. And this is how powerful this deck can be. We got this backup. So what we can do now is casting an Nessian Wanderer, casting a Gallia, and swing in for a discrete amount of damage. Nice. Good game, David. Okay. Are you enjoying this deck the same way I'm enjoying it? I'm enjoying it. So let's make really one last match. Just one. Today is a lucky day. I wasn't lucky this way in the last days with the draw, with the mana, with lands. I was stuck in a lot of the problems that usually MTG Arena has. I talked about it right now. 3 lands, and we don't need these 3 lands. We need a forest. We can't risk to keep this end. So we're going to take a mulligan. Just a little bit better, but we have no creatures and we get rid of Heroes of the Revel. But I keep it because I don't want to play with 5 cards in hand. So we get rid of Heroes of the Revel because it isn't cost effective at the moment. Hopefully the opponent has not a fast start. But he play rogues. Of course he play rogues. How many of you are playing a rogue deck? And the second question is, are you enjoying the rogue deck? Wouldn't you enjoy another kind of deck, maybe something that you create on your own and see how it works? Think about it. And write me in the comments what you think about it. I expect a crab to be in this deck since how many double top land I'm looking at. Opponent has a removal for our poor Nessian Wanderer. I think we can also make some lifestyle and philosophy thoughts while playing Magic. I think that can be a leitmotiv of the channel. For example, this thing that it will be better to create your own deck and your own list to be satisfied of than playing other people's list or playing the decks that everyone on MTG Arena are playing in this period. I know that the meta is doing this, the meta works like this, but I think you can get much satisfaction from working on your own decks. Okay, this is a meal deck, and we had a slow start, so I'm not sure that we're going to succeed in this match, but we'll see what happens. Opponent has a bunch of removal and a bunch of mid cards. I expect a removal, but I have to play Vivian. He can counter, but he can destroy it. Yeah, but we have to risk. At least we can create a beast. And we are going to create a beast with reach.
Diversity is our greatest strength.
What could help now is the Satyrs scanning too, because we can get rid of cards in our graveyard. Of course we have removal, at least you don't have a second Blood Shift Thirst. We need a creature on top, okay. Gallia is... I don't know if Gallia is helping. We have to sacrifice Gallia. Or what we can do is to Akron
I'd
War.
like you to meet my friend. Stump.
Playing Gallia right now wouldn't give us any kind of advantage. So I think I'm going to take advantage of the Soaring Throat Thief from the opponent. That can serve us as a blocker too. Nice. Let's see. The opponent has only 2 cards in hand. That's not bad. What would be best is an Annex under this Gallia that can be played thanks to the ability of Vivian to play the first creature card on top of your library. So we can play Anax, Gallia and a second Satyr. We create another creatures with reach.
Every day.
The Merfolk is going to die next turn. We're going to mill our opponent. We don't want to play Gallia yet. Okay. We swing in with these two. The opponent may have a Zagret. I think I keep this second creature as a defensive blocker. The opponent had the chance to chunk block and sacrifice the Merfolk but didn't. Into the Story is bad. Into the Story is bad for us. Of course. The opponent is getting back Story into Chi from the next turn. Got Satyr scanning, that's okay. But the opponent now has for sure some counterspell in his hand. I want him to eat the leaf. I think I'm going to Primal Might the Beast for the crab. What is going to play? Double Soaring Blood Shifters. Double Drown in the lock. Okay, he tapped out everything. I think I'm going to Omen of the Forge, the Seagate Stormcaller, because we want to get rid of one blockers. We need a creature on top of the deck. We try to scry. Yes. What we want to make on top? Anax. We can draw the Omen of the Forge. Playing Anax, playing a second Satyr, and Gallia, and draw. Maybe yes, or play the Omen. Yeah, I keep these cards on top. Okay, what we can do now is Omen of the Forge, the Thieves Guild Enforcer. But we have also this, the occasion is too good to not play Gallia. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to activate the Vivian ability, playing Anax,
Ever larger.
looking for a Careless Celebrant and playing it. And we play Gallia, and we attack just with the Careless Celebrant. Yeah, okay. I thought I had the chance to attack with Anax too, but it doesn't get asked. Opponent take 4. Probably it was better to not play Gallia, but play the Omen of the Forge, and play Gallia on the turn after to attack with Anax with another static too. Another Gallia into the story. How many drawn in the lock the opponent played? Just 2. He may have a third one in hand right now. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to get rid of Anax. Okay, we like you because you gave us a couple of 2/2. Okay, we don't mind losing Vivian now, but we don't need the land at all. But what we can do is Omen of the Forge, the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Okay, if we pump with Primal Might and kill the crab, if we pump a creature, we get +3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 damages can be enough. Yeah, let's do this. Let's make the drunken party of Satyrs begins. So we want to fight the Ruin Crab. And let's the dance begin. So we say goodbye to the Rogue deck too. As you can see, the Rogue deck is effective, but it's not the only one deck effective. So I want to challenge you to go make your own list and play in your own deck. And we'll see in another video on the MTG Angry Player YouTube channel. See ya!